Hello and welcome back to my channel and to another of my What's Been Happening in 2021 videos. This is the third part in the series and continues from where the previous one left off. But I'm starting this video with some breaking news. I've got some new titles for my videos. And these titles will change with each passing video, so those regular watchers and subscribers to my channel will spot some subtle differences in each of the up and coming titles. But the big news is I've been vaccinated. Yay! I've had my second AstraZeneca jab. So I'm now fully vaccinated. Now I'm not quite sure what this is going to mean, because I think in my last video I mentioned about the fact that the British government were going to introduce COVID passports for those who have been fully vaccinated. But they seem to be in favour now of COVID tests before you travel and when you get back. So it's a little confusing at the moment as to exactly what is happening. And of course every country you go to has its own rules and regulations. And there have been a few headlines in the papers and on the media of people being turned away from flights because they don't have the correct paperwork. This is a little worrying and a little alarming, because nobody wants to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds going on holiday only to be turned away from the airport because they haven't got the correct paperwork. The other piece of news is that I've developed a second channel, a transport channel. So if you're interested in boats and planes and trains and trams, then please check out my my transport channel. I'll put a link in the description below. Always try and include a little snippet of transport, be it a bus or a train, in my main videos. And I always end up with a little more footage than I need. So I've put this all together now into a separate channel, and it seems quite popular looking at the statistics. But the other news is that I've developed a Patreon page, so people can now follow me on Patreon and become a sponsor of me and my channel and my travels, and in return there are various benefits and perks as detailed in my Patreon page, link of which is in the description below. Please consider joining me on there and supporting my channel further. I expect you're probably wondering where I am. Well, I've made my way back to Colchester again. I do like coming to Colchester. It's not too far from where I live, and there's always plenty of things to see and do here. But I'm actually in a little nature reserve at the back end of Castle Park. There's absolutely nobody around apart from the local wildlife and some swans swimming on the River Colne. Just ahead of me is an old infantry pillbox from the Second World War. It's actually a Type 24 pillbox, and they're probably the most common ones that you see dotted around the countryside. This particular one is just one of many which form part of the Eastern Command Line, which stretched from Fingringhoe in the east all the way up through Chapel and Sudbury up to King's Lynn on the North Norfolk coast. it makes a change to be out in the countryside, because all my previous videos have been in built-up town centres, and it's very difficult to film in a town centre because there's just so much noise, so many distractions from what's going on around me. The noise of the traffic and of people. It really is very difficult. But it's quite delightful down here, it really is. Perhaps I should come down here again and make another video. But one of the difficulties of filming in city centre and town centre locations is the people that you meet. Now, I love talking to people about my work and about making videos and about the local history of the places that I go to. But I had a funny incident in Ipswich a few weeks ago. I was filming down by St Lawrence Church, talking to the camera as I do about the bells that were in the church. And this lovely little lady, she came up and started talking to me about the bells. And I politely explained that I was discussing the bells on camera. Well, here's what happened. Just taking a walk up Dial Lane. And on the right hand side is the old church of St Lawrence. The building itself dates from the 15th century and is now used as a cafe. But what's interesting about this church is the peal of bells. There are 5 bells up in the tower, 4 of which were cast in 14... I know, I'm just trying to talk to the camera. Sorry, darling, it's alright, sorry, don't worry, I'll do it again, don't worry. Don't worry, yes, they are, they're in the Guinness Book of Records. And
I work in the church.
Do you? Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we're not open to the 17th of May. But
I did enjoy talking to that lady. She's really nice to talk to. The Church of St Lawrence is now a cafe. Church was made redundant many years ago. And if you're in Ipswich and fancy a light lunch or just afternoon tea and cakes, then call in. I've been in there many times myself, and I can really recommend it. They haven't paid me to say that. They are my own personal thoughts based on my visits to the cafe there. To share with you just how long it takes to actually produce each of my videos. A friend of mine asked me the other week, with all the research that I have to do, and then the filming and the editing and all the other things I have to do in post-production, it takes on average 12 to 15 hours of work per video. And I really enjoy making them, and I know that many people enjoy watching them, so I'm going to continue and make as many as I can, in as many different locations as I can as well. Not just in England or in Essex, but around Europe and hopefully further afield as well. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, then please do so. Just hit the subscribe button for me. Over 90% of the people who actually watch my channel are not subscribed, and this channel will only grow and develop if people subscribe to my channel. But this is where I end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Next week's video comes from Ipswich Marina, and you won't believe what I found there. Not to mention some of the history of the area as well. So hit that subscribe button and be sure to tune in next week for my Ipswich Marina video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you soon.